Hey there, YouTube. This is Well-Rounded Prepper here. Just checking in with you, doing a video on a supplements review of oil of oregano. So I'm going to just start off with a huge disclaimer. Hopefully you are paying attention, ears are open. I am not a medical doctor. I am in the medical field. I am not a practitioner of any sorts. I do have a decade or more of education on natural supplements and remedies, but it is not formal education. It is all research that I have done and learning I've done on my own. So I'm just going to preface that by saying that. I'd like to also start off by saying if you are on any kind of prescription medications, you have to research. If you're going to switch to natural remedies or supplements, or you're thinking about adding those to your regimen, you have to take that into consideration. I would encourage you strongly to talk to the prescribing provider that you have to make sure you talk to them and hear if they have any concerns about a particular supplement or anything that maybe you have not taken into consideration. With all of that out of the way, I'd like to start by saying supplements are meant to be just that, a supplement. They are supposed to add something that you are missing, and they are not necessarily supposed to be taken long term. Herbal and natural remedies, the same. Depending on what it is, it can or cannot hurt you if you were to take it long term. It depends on your body, your overall genetics, like your health issues. It depends on all of that, as well as exactly what the supplement is. It's just most things you don't need to take long term. If you're doing it right, if you're taking a natural remedy to help you with a health issue, and you're also helping with lifestyle and health and diet modifications, truthfully, you should be able to stop taking that supplement or natural remedy at some point. Oil of oregano. So I personally do not take prescription medications if I can help it. And so far I've been blessed to that way. So whenever I have some kind of a health issue, I always do my research. I find out what's going on. If I don't know for certain, I obviously go see my doctor and get some kind of a diagnosis after some testing, if they even have any idea themselves. And once I have something to go on, I will try to find a natural remedy for it. So oil of oregano, I was introduced to when I had a tooth infection. If you've ever had a tooth infection, my condolences. That's like so painful, and it just happens out of nowhere sometimes. And yeah, it was just not any fun. So I've had 2 tooth infections. The very first time I ever had one, I thought that my face was going to just explode from the inside out. It hurt so bad. I went into the dentist on an emergency appointment, found out that was what was going on. They gave me a prescription for an antibiotic. I filled that antibiotic. I did. I do not like taking prescription medications for any reason, but I filled it. And I would encourage you, if you are considering natural remedies, to talk to your doctor. I would encourage you, if you're wanting something like this, like I said, I filled the prescription just so I would have it just in case this didn't work. And I went into it knowing I was going to try this. I am that kind of a person. I try these things on myself so that I can say I tried this and this worked, or I tried this and it didn't work. But I have the prescription medication in case that doesn't work. I don't necessarily recommend that you take those chances. This is just something that I have decided to do. I'm putting my body at risk. Blah. There's another disclaimer for you. So I filled the prescription. I have this oil of oregano. I started the oil of oregano and I took 2 a day. Oil of oregano's purported benefits, there are many, but 2 of the big purported benefits are antiviral and antibacterial. So it's purported to be a natural antibiotic for you. So I went ahead and decided I was going to give this a try. I started with 2 a day, and I took 2 a day for 7 days. One in the morning, one in the evening. After the second day, actually into day 2, the pain had significantly decreased. Whatever swelling there was decreased. And it did over the course of the 7 days. I didn't take the antibiotic that I had filled. I just took this. And both times I've had a tooth infection, that has cleared it up, or at least coincided with it clearing it up. My husband, after I had taken this for a tooth infection, I had encouraged him to try this for a prostate infection that he had. Same thing, 2 a day for about 7 days, and it cleared up. Again, it may have coincided. I don't know why else it would clear up when it wasn't clearing up on its own if it hadn't been for this. But I know that for some people, there's a lack of quantifiable evidence. So all I'm saying is that for 2 tooth infections and for a prostate infection that my husband had, we have taken this and the infections have cleared up. So take that as you will. I also took this when I had COVID, and I took it recently when I had a viral bronchitis, which that was a lot of fun, but that's a story for another time. So I've taken it for all manner of colds and flus since I found out about it and since I tried it. Oil of oregano does not have any known drug interactions. Again, do your research. If you take prescription medications or if you have any kind of underlying health issues, you need to research. Don't just take my word for it. Definitely do your research. Talk to your medical provider. This particular brand of oil of oregano is something that I prefer. I love Nature's Answer. I am not a paid spokesperson. They are not paying me for this in any way, shape, or form. They don't even know I'm doing this review. So I'm picky about my supplements and remedies. I don't like just any Joe Schmo over-the-counter product. I think a lot of it is kind of a waste of money. But Nature's Answer, I love their products. This is one of the brand of products that I use and that I recommend to friends and family when they ask. So oil of oregano, these are 90 soft gels. I've only taken them when I've had an infection or my husband has had an infection. We don't take them on the regular. We don't take them prophylactically when it's like flu season, just in case we get the flu. We don't do that. We only take it in response to an infection or an illness. So with these, the only quote unquote side effect that we have experienced is oregano oil burps. That's just taking 2 a day for 7 days. But spacing it out, I think helps. Taking one first thing in the morning with food and then taking one in the evening before bed has helped us to not really experience that so much. When I first started, I was just taking one in the morning and one at lunchtime, and then I would definitely have the oregano burps. But like I said, that's the worst thing that we've experienced. Oregano is a part of the mint family, so if there's any kind of a sensitivity or allergy to any of that, that's something you need to take into consideration. I have typed up a supplement fact sheet on oil of oregano, including known or unknown drug interactions. And I've done this on many supplements that I take so that I can give it to people when they have questions. So I'm going to include that, a link to that in the description below. I'm not at all by any kind of means a final authority on this. This is just something that I have researched, I have used, and I have had experience with. So any supplements that I review will be that and will be included, including the medical disclaimers. I'm not a doctor, so don't just take my word for it. If you have any questions or any comments, please do feel free to comment below. And if you have any questions that I don't have an answer to, I will definitely try to get back with you. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and God bless.